Hi! Once again, welcome to our YouTube channel, Research Ready and Student Matters Hub by Doc Lin. We're going to have another special lesson video, and this is all about descriptive survey. So, I know na iba sa inyo ay naririnig na ito, pero ang iba na bago sa research ay hindi pa masyadong pamilyar sa descriptive survey. Ang descriptive survey sa mas madaling pagpapaliwanag ay isa sa mga design na ginagamit kapag ang gusto mong research ay quantitative. Ito yung isa sa design na pinaka-common na ginagawa ng mga bagong researcher. Now, i-define natin kung ano nga ba ang descriptive survey. Ang descriptive survey ay isa sa method or design na ginagamit natin para makagather tayo ng data kung gusto nating malaman yung characteristics, yung behavior, yung opinion, or yung attitudes ng certain population. Usually, ang goal ng descriptive survey ay mag-provide lamang ng snapshot data of a specific group or phenomena at a given point in time. Nagpo-focus to para masagot yung mga tanong katulad ng what, where, when, and how. Hindi niya ine-explore yung idea ng causal relationships or underlying reasons behind all of these questions. So meaning to say, wala tayong gagawing experiment or hindi tayo mag-dive into cause and effect of a particular phenomena or situation. We have key features of descriptive survey para mas madali nyong ma-refine yung idea kung ano ba ang descriptive survey. 1. Objective. Nagko-collect ng information ng descriptive survey about the current state of affairs or characteristic ng isang grupo ng mga tao. Pangalawa, hindi siya experimental or it is non-experimental. Hindi siya nagmamanipulate ng variables or nag-a-attempt siya to establish the cause and effect relationships. So wala tayong control at experimental group. Meron lang tayong isang grupo ng respondents. Pangatlo is yung quantitative data. Gumagamit tayo ng mga structured questionnaire or survey para makakuha tayo ng numerical data na pwede nating i-analyze statistically. So, ang isang researcher, gagawa siya ng questionnaire base sa kanyang statement of the problem or research questions. Pang-apat, is yung snapshot in time. Ito, ginagamit lang ito commonly yung cross-sectional view of the population at the time of the data collection, meaning one time ka lang kukuha ng data mo, hindi ka mag-observe, magsisurvey ka lang ng idea ng mga target respondents mo of a particular phenomena or situation. Now, paano ba ginagamit ang descriptive survey? Una, i-define mo muna yung objective ng research mo. Articulate mo ano bang gusto mong malaman doon sa survey. For example, gusto mo bang maintindihan ang satisfaction ng mga empleyado sa isang kumpanya? So, i-define mo muna kung ano ba yung gusto mong mangyari. Pangalawa, mag-design ka na ng survey instrument mo, yung tinatawag nating questionnaire development. You have to create questions para mag-gather mo yung relevant information mo. Yung questions mo are commonly close-ended question. No? Para mas madaling masagutan, magbibigay ka ng choices. You can use a Likert scale to your respondents para madali nilang ma-identify kung ano yung kanilang sagot. Ngayon, kung gagawa ka ng sarili mong questionnaire, magkanda ka ng pilot test. I have a separate lesson video on how to do pilot testing at kailan ba siya ginagawa. Pangatlo, you have to select your sample. Mag-choose ka ng representative of sample of the population you want to study. This could be random sample or stratified sample, depende kung anong goal ng iyong research. Pang-apat, i-administer mo na yung survey mo. You distribute the survey do sa selected sample mo and pwede mo siyang magawa sa iba't ibang paraan katulad ng online survey o kaya face-to-face or you can also email your questionnaire. Number 5, you analyze your data. Pwede kang gumamit ng statistical tool para ma-analyze mo yung responses ng iyong mga respondents. So commonly, pwede kang gumamit ng descriptive or inferential statistics depende sa iyong research question. Pwedeng mag-calculate ka ng mean, percentage, or mag-cross-tabulate ka para ma-describe mo yung data mo. Pang-anim, i-report mo na yung findings mo. So, i-summarize mo at i-present mo yung data mo sa mas malinaw at comprehensive na format. Pwede kang gumamit ng table, ng chart, o kaya ng graph. So, pagkatapos mo silang i-present, so syempre, kailangan mo ring interpret yung results para makapag-provide ka ng insight dun sa current state na phenomena na inaaral mo. Nagbibigay tayo ng sample dito para madali niyong maintindihan paano mag-conduct ng descriptive survey. So, from the term itself, ang purpose ng researcher ay mag-survey ng current state of behavior, attitudes, opinions of people. Kunyari, ang topic mo ay assessing employee satisfaction and workplace culture. So, ang situation, the company wants to understand the level of employee satisfaction tsaka yung overall workplace culture. Ang goal ng iyong research is to identify areas of strength and potential improvement. So, ito na yung pwede mong gawin. Mag-create ka ng survey design mo, magde-develop ka ng questionnaire na related sa job satisfaction, work environment, tsaka management effectiveness, and opportunities for professional growth. So, pwede kang mag-collect ng data mo, gagamit ka ng questionnaire at magsasurvey ka sa mga employees. Ibibigay mo itong questionnaire mo. Sa analysis mo, syempre, ika-calculate mo yung satisfaction levels, yung work environment perception, management effectiveness, and opportunities for professional growth. Ang pangalawa na pwede nating ibigay na topic ay yung, kunyari, you're evaluating public opinion on a proposed environmental policy. Ang target mo dito, or ang aim mo, is you want the government agency to gauge public support or opposition dun sa bagong policy na ini-implement, sa bagong policy na inintroduce before its implementation. So, kung ang gagamitin mo ay descriptive survey, magkikreate ka ng survey na may questions na may kinalaman doon sa policy support, yung perceived benefits, concerns, and prepared policy pictures. Ang data collection mo dito, mag-administer ka ng survey sa sample na meron ka through different platforms. Siyempre sa analysis mo, magde-depend ito kung ano yung inilatag mo or inihain mong research questions. So, you are going to report the results of the survey base doon sa nakuha mo gamit ang standardized instrument na ginamit mo. So that ends this special lesson video, and I hope that it gives you an overview of what a descriptive survey all about. So commonly, once again, this is used by researchers who are new in this field at gusto nilang magamit or malaman ang certain phenomena at gusto nilang patunayan bakit ba nag-i-exist itong phenomena na ito. Pero hindi niya intensyon na malaman ang cause and effect of a certain phenomena or gusto niyang alamin yung reasons behind all of this phenomena. Please like, share, and subscribe our YouTube channel, and I hope that this video have given you an overview of what a descriptive survey design of research is as part of the quantitative approach. Maraming salamat sa mga nanonood at pwede niyong i-share ang video na ito sa iba pa na nangangailangan ng ganitong information or learning. Always remember, we unlock insights to empower your minds. Thanks for watching everyone, and see you on our next lesson video.